We see the same thing over here. We see double, 13 for 26. There's double the amount of aggressive buyers than sellers. Now this is again 42.24. So 42.24, 42.25, and right over here we see 6 for 24. So this is also 42.25.2, right? We see 6 for 24. That is a 4x difference. You don't need to read all the numbers. You don't even need to read half the numbers or a quarter of the numbers. You need to train your eye to spot the delta inside of the key levels so that you can see who is aggressive. Now, this is important to understand. If you can see who is aggressive inside of these key levels, that will then show you who is being absorbed. Now, this is what's important. Just from a common sense perspective, right? Just from a pure trading logical perspective, if we know that 42.25, 42.24, if there were a lot of aggressive buyers over here and the market breaks lower, right, that break line over here, which corresponds to that break line which I drew over here, just over there, if we see a lot of aggressive buyers, right, and we see downside follow through, right, or downside, I'm just going to write downside move, you want to ask yourself, were those aggressive buyers successful? It's a very simple question. Were those aggressive buyers successful? No success, right? So I'm just going to write no success of buyers, right? And this is very important to understand. If you're looking for a rejection or a reversal on gold or any kind of asset class, you need to fundamentally have your key level, look for buyers and sellers inside the key level, and see who is aggressive and who is not being rewarded. Now, this concept of who is aggressive and who is not being rewarded, we call this absorption. So no success of buyers, right? What we call this an absorption. Specifically, it's an absorption of buyers. So I'm just going to write absorption. Now, this is how you spot the absorption, just like this, right? If we just go into the key level, again, we're only interested in inside the key level, so we're not interested in everything. Again, likewise for this particular candle, we see the dark blue over here, so we don't need to focus on all the numbers, right? So these are the questions I get. You don't need to focus on all the numbers, you just need to focus on a few, right? The footprint charts will tell you who is aggressive